Well, hello, my beautiful earth signs, my Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorns. Welcome back to Divine Rebel. My name is Grace. I'm going to be doing the readings for you today. These are general readings, so take them as they resonate. Okay, they could apply to you, they could apply to somebody that you're dealing with. It might not apply to you at all. You know, these are for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars signs. Of course, you can look at your other energies if you're fluent in your chart and different, things that the planets mean. Getting right into it though. If you want more, spiel. These are not definite time, right? These messages reach you, these energies reach you when they're meant to reach you. If you're more interested in definite time, right? Definitive time, when it comes to reading, so that it makes sense in hindsight, it makes sense as it's unfolding, then you want to join my Zodiac groups on Facebook, and all the details are in the description. All right, so this is a general, and take it as it resonates, when it crosses your path. All right, energies. We're doing Taurus, Gemini, you might want to watch Gemini's reading. If you're on a twin flame journey, especially, watch Gemini's reading, because Gemini is sign of the twins. Just saying. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. See? Universe reminds. Universe reminds. So I'm going to use my archetype cards by Carolyn Miz. Okay. I'm going to use my Universe Has Your Back deck by Gabrielle Bernstein. And I'm going to use my Vice Versa Tarot. Okay? So, without further ado, my beautiful Taurus. My beautiful Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars. Where is your energy at? Where is your energy at? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars. Yep. Two off the top. Okay. So we have the networker and we have the mentor. All right, so Taurus. The mentor, all right, the mentor came out in the reverse, so there's an emphasis on the shadow. All right, well, with the shadow card, it's the shadow aspect of the mentor card. This is about you being able to become the teacher, right? Going from the student and becoming the teacher. And as a teacher, also being able to remain a student. Okay, it's the energy that I'm picking up off of this. It's your inability to really master whatever lesson it is that you've been learning, right? It's your inability to master it. And so when you don't complete like a karmic lesson like that, when you don't learn what the universe is trying to teach you, it prevents you from giving good information to other people too, the shadow attribute of this, I feel like if you're not clear yourself, you're not teaching anybody else how to be clear. You know what I mean? So it's like you might be dealing with a person like this, like someone who gives advice but doesn't take their own advice. So it's like, why would you take their advice if they're not taking their own advice? Kind of energy. Okay. The light attribute is passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. This is stepping into your own, taking what you learned, mastering it, and then making it your own, improving upon it, making it better, right? This is what the universe wants you to focus on. With the networker card, I'm feeling it's like almost like a rush to get information out, to get a product out or a service out or some kind of information out, because you feel like there's something to be gained by the information coming out or being leaked. So, if this is the shadows that you're dealing with, not only are you or somebody else not learning the lesson, it's almost like they're falsifying it, you know, so that other people don't understand. I'm feeling like people are following you because they are in a state of falseness with their perspective, and so are you. And so it's like this like attract like, where you're attracting certain people of a certain vibration because that's where you are, and they're reflecting it back to you. Like it's the universe teaching you, right? It's the universe teaching you that just because you're teaching others doesn't mean you're also not a student. You know, you're still having to upgrade and master things. And I feel like if you're putting it out there that, you know, you're this or you're that in regards to anything, then you have to be able to back it up with true integrity and sincerity. Because if you're doing it for some kind of gain, whether it's personal satisfaction, financial, if you wanted validation, you know, emotional, you know, recourse, whatever it is, you know, you're doing it for the wrong reasons, right? And that's the bottom line. And that's the universe's way of telling you, listen, you know, make sure you're just putting out the right energy, right? Make sure, especially if you're helping other people, you're connecting with a lot of people, especially if it's online and social media, please make sure that if you're connecting with a lot of people that you're giving them sound, just information, right? Good energy, good energy. And that will enhance your unity, right? That will enhance the sharing of information. That will bring social awareness to empathy and learning from others and yourself, and vice versa, right? Being able to do this, you're going to help people more that way when you can also, you know, focus on yourself and take ownership of things, you know, recognize things. It'll help you, Taurus, it'll help you. The more you focus on that mirror within yourself, it's going to help you out a lot. I'm also getting, like, especially if you do readings and stuff like this, to rewatch your own, you know, videos, or reread your own, you know, card readings. Like if you do, you know, cards of the day or anything like that, weekly cards, whatever you do, if you put out, you know, some kind of energy that you can go back and rewatch or reread, learn from yourself, right? Learn from yourself. Master the self-mastery. All right, give me some insight. Give me some insight for Taurus. 3 cards. Okay. Okay. So we got the Judgment card on the front side. All right, on the back side of the card, they are greeting archangels, you know. This could be a lot, you know. He's got the emblem of the sun on his chest, you know. This is divine masculine energy, God, whatever you want to call it, you know. You know, he's wearing a crown too, so, you know, this is really strong regal energy, and they're facing him, you know. They're facing him. They're greeting this powerful divine energy. On the front side of the card, however, you know, the sun is shining. There's no, you know, huge miracle awakening moment, you know, of ascension, but there's this awakening where it's a new day, it's a new dawn. The communications from the divine are coming in, you know, via the eagle. They still have, you know, the residual effects of the graves still there, you know, in the picture. They can still see their past, you know, where they just awoke from, you know, that they're coming out of this sleeping period, you know, and it's almost like they're stepping out of the matrix, you know, and it's like looking at the world for the first time, and it's like, what the fuck? You know, it's like they were just born. It's a whole new world to them. And, you know, we have the inner child present, you know, the divine child within present. So I feel like there's definitely, because whenever I see the divine child, especially with two people, I feel like there's union energy. And I feel like you guys are definitely communicating, if not directly, then definitely in spirit, you know, telepathically, or, you know, through other means, like a little birdie told me. Right, or someone's watching, you know, from above, like you can see the shadow, but you can't see them. Like you could feel their energy watching you, but you can't actually see them watching you. Taurus. And then we got the Justice card on the back side. And so whenever I see this side of the card, I'm always drawn to the way this sword is sticking into the rocks, because it you know, it leaves this crack. And it's like, I don't care about the scales, right? I don't care about the balance. I don't care about even, you know, it's petty. It's petty. So we have this sword here, and there's life growing from it, and she can't see. First of all, she's blind, all right? She's blindfolded. She can't see. Lady Justice is blind. She's only fair. Now, the sword being back there, the Ace of Swords is all about clarity, right? Divine clarity, or clarity given to you by the divine, something that resonates with as truth in your soul, right? Something that clears some of the fog that you had in your third eye, right? This communication clears the way. And I feel like this came in, and it's just starting to sprout life. It's just starting to transform with the butterfly energy, you know, and she can't see it yet. You know, the justice hasn't been revealed yet. That growth, that clarity, the awakening, right? The huge moment hasn't actually come to fruition yet. But I feel like it's most definitely happening in the background, Taurus. There's definite growth there. There's definite justice at play. The divine is working. You know, you see the cosmic galaxy spiraling above, you know, her throne, you know, her seat, as like her crown chakra is glowing with the divine. And this energy here, for those of you who don't know, this is Sobek, which is the Egyptian god of the Nile. You know, he's the god of fertility and birth and protection. You know, his love and his energy that he gives to the Nile births the Nile River Valley for everybody. You know, the abundance that is the Nile. And he's very protective of it. You know, what he creates that abundance for all. He's very protective. And so I feel like something is most definitely birthing. Something is definitely coming to life with this truth and Sobek, right? And it's not about fair anymore. It's about truth. It's about transformation. It's about divine destiny. It's about divine guidance coming in. And then we get the Temperance in the back, right? The back side. So this is the front, and you can see the pyramid back there, right? Or the mountains. You know, I took it as a pyramid, so, you know, maybe you have past lives in Egypt. Who knows, right? With these cards. Tombs and things like that. We have, you know, we have past lives together. Or maybe you're just a strong figure, you know, like a worldwide, very powerful soul in a past life, you know, that talk to people. But I feel like you're coming into this, like the doorway is there, and you're looking at it, you know, like the divine balance, you're alchemizing, right? You know this, right? You're tempering your energies. And I feel like it's almost ready to be communicated, because the lion's there, you know, the heart's there, the power's there, the passion's there, the courage is there. But this looks like a bald eagle until you get to the body, and then he's all white. He don't look like an eagle no more, right? He's got eagle talons and an eagle's face, but Where's the rest of the bald eagle? It's like he's bald. So it's like the communication right to the world, the portal, the doorway you haven't quite gotten there yet, but I feel like you're looking at it. I feel like it's within your sights, right? I feel like whatever you're about to move through in your life journey, I feel like you're just about there. You have all the heart and all the courage and all that you need. It's just about the finishing touches, right? It's just a little bit more maturing, just a little bit more to get your feathers, you know, just enough. And I feel like that's exactly what you're doing. I feel like that's exactly what you're doing. I feel like I think like the divine is coming in to truly return huge abundance on you with this new dawn. I feel like you're just coming out of it. I feel like you have no idea what's coming to you, but I feel like it's most definitely something the universe is like, hell yeah, like you're on my team. You know, this is why it's making so sure, it's making so clear that the energy that you're putting out there is pure and of an unconditionally loving vibration filled with compassion, you know, and understanding that is still self-loving, you know, that is still, respectable, that you can feel good about the choice you made and the things that you say and the actions you take, you know, that you can feel good about these things moving forward to know the higher goal, because I just feel like if you're catching this Taurus reading, you have a whole lot more to offer the world, and I think you know it, and I think that a few more steps are just going to unfold in front of you, and you're going to see that this is actually taking shape and it's taking off, and the doorway's right there. You're going to be able to walk right through it. So what card above all other cards? Yeah, choose love no matter what. Stay on that loving vibration. Stay on that loving vibration, Taurus. I choose love no matter what. No matter what. Stay true to your heart space. Stay true to your soul's integrity. Stay true to your intuition. Do as you're guided. Act on intuition. Have your actions align with what you intuitively know you must do for yourself. Like, even if you don't want to face it, you know you got to do it. Love yourself enough to just do it, right? Just do it. Take action towards what you intuitively know to be true. You know better than anybody where your compass is taking you. You know. So do as you are guided. It'll take you exactly where you want to be. I promise you that. Taurus. Okay. Getting into Virgo. Virgo. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars. What energy is going on with you right now? Where are you at? Where are you at, Virgos? Oh, we got the bully and it's in reverse. So the shadow attribute is emphasized. Got the bully card, Virgo. All right. Concealing deep fears behind verbal or physical abuse. So, someone in your life, all right, I'm going to get real with you for a second and take it as it resonates, because if the energies are flipped, that's fine. You know, I'm not trying to insult anybody or offend anybody. Just you take it how it resonates for you, okay? It's general reading. Someone is really afraid of their feelings. Really, really afraid, right? Deep fears to the point that they push people away, okay? They push people that they care about away. The more they love you, the more they respect you, the more they would never want you to leave their life ever, that it would kill them to lose you, the more they push you away, because they can't get close to you. They can't allow themselves to get close to you. And so it could be verbal abuse, it could be emotional abuse, psychological abuse, it could be physical abuse, you know, people physically pushing you away from them, or removing themselves from you, or causing, you know, like if they throw things or whatever. I'm feeling like the lashing out, it's it's just them being really frustrated and angry with themselves. You know, I just feel like they're terrified inside. Like, it's not anything that you're really doing wrong. It's just anybody around them would trigger it, you know, or anybody that is around you would trigger you. You know what I mean? It's just, it's like one of those hashtag pray for narcissist moments. You know, they're innocent, you know, children on the inside too. You know, they didn't get this way for no reason. Like, fucked up shit happened in their life. This is what they know, and they're terrified of good things because they don't know what they would do if they had a good thing and it crushed them and hurt them like everybody else did, because then there's no hope left in the world. It's one thing to know that shitty people treat you like shit. It's another thing to feel like someone's not a shitty person and they would never hurt you, and then they do. You know, so that fear, it's like reality breakdown. They can't face that. Or you're having a hard time, you know, facing that. If you've been abused, maybe you're having a hard time trusting people moving forward. You know, if you've been in an abusive relationship, whatever the abuse was, you know, and don't get it twisted. There's all different levels of it. You know, silence is abuse too. Silence is a form of control. Like, don't get it twisted. If you or someone is being silent to you, that is a form of emotional, mental, and psychological abuse. Okay? It's controlling a situation. Call it for what it is. Deal with it however you want, but call it like it is. Okay? So the light attribute is a tendency to intimidate others, but it's helping you confront the inner fears that bully you. You know, so if maybe you're always feeling like you're not good enough for this person, so you're constantly trying to improve, and the nicer you are and the more you improve, it's like the more they have to crack you down because you intimidate the shit out of them. They know they don't deserve you, or they think that they don't deserve you, when really we all deserve to be happy, we all deserve love. But this person doesn't, I feel like someone doesn't feel like they deserve it. And so the other person is constantly trying to be better, and the more that person is better, the more undeserving, you know, the original person feels. You follow, you know, and it's like this vicious cycle. Like, one is constantly trying to be better because the other one's constantly bullying them, because they're afraid of losing them. So they're constantly putting them down, trying to force them out of their life and prove that they're like everybody else. And instead, the other person keeps coming back with more love and light, kind of thing. Like, you know, and the other person comes back and hurts them even more. Like, get away from me. I'm terrified of your love. You know what I mean? It's that kind of dynamic that's going on right now. Okay. Let's get some insight. I feel like this person just has to be really honest about their past, you know, so that they can kind of talk to you about it and voice it and get it out, so that, you know, there's an understanding. You know, there's a better understanding. They might not be so afraid if they knew that, you know, they could voice certain things to you and you wouldn't judge them and you would still love them, or not look at them like they're weak, you know, for having feelings or for being hurt. You know what I mean? Because you never know what people's perception is. You know, they might have been taught and they were bullied by their parents or whoever that, you know, their emotions were weak and you man up or whatever. You know, you take it. You suck it up and you take it, you know. Or this is how you treat, you know, the women in your life, that they're, you know, you treat them like garbage, or you treat them like they're replaceable because, you know, maybe parents got divorced a couple times, you know what I mean? And they learned that relationships are, you know, temporary and love's not real. So just be aware of the hidden dynamics, right? And a lot of what they say is just hot air. It's just their damage coming out, trying to protect itself from being seen, and it's not doing a good job. Because it's clear, you know, the damage is clear. So what's going on? What's going on, Virgo? Let's get some more details. You're not giving to this person anymore. You got a new start coming. I feel like, yeah, you're letting this go. You're not giving any more energy to this person. Yeah, you know that you've got other options. Virgo, you've got other options. We've got the Six of Pentacles on the back side. So the front side is this person who feels obligated to take care of the whole town, right? He's always giving and giving and giving and giving and giving, but he's by himself. He's always helping everybody and he's not getting anything. So here it's like, I'm ready to receive love from the universe. I'm ready to receive love from the universe. I'm going to give time and energy to myself. I'm going to find balance within myself. I'm going to manifest and make my own damn magic. Right? I'm going to make my own magic. I'm going to give to myself. I'm going to give back to myself. And it comes out with the Ace of Pentacles. This is a brand new start, and it's not the city side, it's the garden side. And so this is a very natural, very beautiful, stable, new beginning, brand new, beautiful chapter, brand new book even. Yeah. I feel like it just feels so much better. So it's, instead of feeling boxed in this cold kind of energy, I feel like you're just taken in the life, taken in the sunshine, taken in the fresh air, taken in the beauty of freedom from whatever that was, because you saw the light. You saw, and you knew that, you know, maybe you intuitively knew that everything was crashing down. Maybe you knew that, you know, there were things going on, you know, that somebody was wearing a mask that they just wouldn't fucking drop. And so, you know, the universe shed some light on you and knocked everybody off their fucking high horse. You know, because the fact of the matter is, when this Three of Cups comes out, you might have even found out that somebody was cheating, or, you know, found out that they're talking to other people, like not necessarily went like full throttle cheated, but they, you know, they're giving their energy to other people. You know, they're not faithful in mind and heart. You know, their energies are going elsewhere. And you're not having it. And maybe you're just like, you know what, I can spend time with my friends. I can go the fuck out and be distracted too. Like, I don't need this. I don't need this bully bullshit. I'll just go find other things to keep me occupied and help me feel beautiful and maintain my inner self, right? My inner sense of self. Giving this huge cup of love to myself. And you've got 2 cups here. Why? Because you're within union of the self. You're like, fine, you want to be in this energy? You want to be afraid and bully me and abuse me? I'm just going to go. I'm just going to go start a beautiful new life. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I'm just going to go start a beautiful life somewhere else. Someone's seeing things clearly. Virgo. What card above all other cards, Virgo? What card above all other cards would the universe leave you with? I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness, divine wisdom, creating light where there was none, creating a door of light where there was none through higher wisdom. Being able to close your 2 eyes and being able to understand with your 3rd eye why the universe would have you go through something like this. To what end? What was it trying to teach you? To love yourself. It was trying to teach you to give love to yourself, to prioritize yourself, to respect yourself enough to stop giving and walk away, you know, because it's an empty void. It's just sucking up all that you're giving, and you'll never be good enough for this person because this person doesn't feel good enough in their own right within themselves. And you're seeing that clearly. And you're like, you know, you can even be like, I love you, but I gotta go because I can't fix your problems. Only you can do that. I could tell you what they are. I could tell you, you know, how I would go about it, what I would focus on, but I can't make you do those things. You can't heal anybody. Nobody can heal anybody else. You are only ever capable of healing yourself and using that self-healed state to help guide others the best that, you know, you can, because people are only capable of what they're ready to receive. They're only capable of the growth they're ready to receive. They have to choose it for themselves first. you know. So do whatever it takes to get closer to that higher consciousness that understands why, you know, we go through these lessons that we go through, these experiences that we go through. Because I feel like this was definitely a rough one. I'm not making light of this at all. I feel like this was definitely a long, rough one. And all that you invested, all the love that you poured in, it just wasn't worth it. And you're seeing it. And it's like, do I really want to invest that all over again moving forward? Do I still want to not be good enough, you know, when I'm old and deal with this, you know, like the urge to make changes. If you need to meditate, if you need to ground, if you need to clear your head, like you just get in touch with your inner guidance, you'll know what to do. You know, trust yourself. Trust yourself. And I feel like pay attention to your dreams. You know, with this owl that has his eyes shut like he's sleeping, just even maybe keep a dream journal. See where you are on the subconscious and unconscious levels. You know, what messages you're getting in dream state to try and track what's going on the deeper levels of your consciousness that you're manifesting from, because we manifest from all levels of consciousness. We're just typically only aware of our actual conscious thought, but we manifest from all 3 layers of thought. So take notes on what's going on in your dream state, because it's going to reveal you what the hell is going on at the lower levels, and you're manifesting from there, and that's what needs to be healed. All right. If you're going to be moving forward, you know, into, you know, another relationship with somebody else, you don't want to repeat those patterns. Okay. And if anybody wants, you know, more personal reading to get into this, then reach out to me on Facebook. You know, if that resonates with you and you want to connect with me on that, then all my details are in the description. It's facebook.com/divinerebelreadings. Okay. Sorry guys, this is a lot longer than I thought it was going to be already. We're getting into Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And Mars. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars. Okay. Okay. What's the energy for our Capricorns right now? Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars. Femme fatale. Someone's using your weaknesses against you, or you are pulling the sexy card to get your way. Listen, use a girl, a grown woman. If you have to flaunt your stuff to get a man's attention, fuck that dude. Now, if you got a man that's all over you, and he can't wait to see you in something sexy, be all about that shit, because he loves you anyway. But if you have to lure a guy with your looks and he ain't giving you the time of day otherwise, fuck that noise. Find somebody willing to give you the time of day, no matter what you look like, whether you're getting your sexy on or not. Inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money for power. Coming up with Valentine's Day too, Capricorn. If you know that someone's just going on a date with you for Valentine's Day because you're paying for it, and they get to dress up and you really like them, but you know they're not really into you like that, but they're going to go because you're buying them dinner and you're buying them drinks kind of thing, I'm telling you, reconsider and cancel it. And if you're someone who's going out with somebody else just because, you know, it's dinner, it's something better to do, and, you know, you could pay your own way and make it fair, but you're not. You're taking advantage of the fact that they're going to pay for it, but you know damn right well you're not interested in them, and they might be interested in you. Hold some self-respect and your dignity and cancel on that person, and let them know that, you know, you appreciate it, but you're just not going to do it because you respect that they're a good person. You're not going to take advantage of them like that and hurt them like that. Shadow attributes, right? Light attributes. is highlighting the erotic energy of the feminine, opening the heart when your dependency is rejected. You know, the highlight is when somebody, you know, when you're flaunting for somebody, or trying to attract something, right? Or trying to attract something with the physical. There's some things that are just sexier than that, and a lot of it has to do with character and personality, and not necessarily what you know, but what you bring to the table, you know, with who you are. You know, we all have our own strengths, and if you can just find somebody that resonates with your strengths, you won't be attracting somebody that's drawing out your weaknesses, you know, that's making you feel like that. I feel like don't be shy, like don't be afraid of being yourself, like don't think that if you start to show who you are that they're going to leave because all they want is sex or all they want is a physical connection. Like don't be afraid to show beautiful little parts of yourself, you know, and be more than that. And if you're, you know, if you're someone dealing with somebody like this, you know, don't be afraid to choose better for yourself. You know, you don't deserve to be taken advantage of or used, you know, and if you intuitively sense that, then trust that and just don't waste your time, energy, money on something that's not there. Okay? Give me some more insight, please. Give me some more insight, please. Okay, 3 cards. 3 cards. Capricorn. Okay. So Capricorn, we've got the 2 of Pentacles, the 8 of Swords, and the 4 of Pentacles. With the 2 of Pentacles, I feel like you've been juggling a lot of things waiting for the ship to come in. You've been investing a lot of yourself in this person. Not so much as you've been investing all of the right parts of yourself. I feel like you've been holding back the best parts, right? Juggling, being what they want and who you are, what you think they want and who you are. I think you've been juggling these 2 things, trying to be yourself and be this person's everything, you know, their ideal thing, and the ship still hasn't come in yet. Like, your goal with this person hasn't shown up yet. Like, it hasn't been reciprocated yet. All the energy and time you're putting in, it hasn't been reciprocated yet. And I think it's driving you a little crazy. Because you're not trapped here in the 8 of Swords energy. This is mental imprisonment, self-inflicted. You're in a mental prison over this person. And you don't need to be. You don't need to be. What you're holding on to with the 4 of Pentacles in this deck, you not letting go of this, having this mental maze, right? This maze, the labyrinth around the head, this confusion, this not knowing which way to go to get out, right? Get out of the maze. You sticking in it, you're putting the fire right to your feet. You're putting your feet to the fire. You're choosing it for yourself by holding on to something that maybe isn't right for you. Maybe they are only in it for physical reasons and you know it. And that's why you won't be yourself, because you know as soon as you are, they will reject you. They're like, no, getting too personal. I just wanted her for sex. So if you know that, if you intuitively know that, why the fuck are you juggling who they want you to be with who you are? Why are you putting yourself in this mental prison, Capricorn? Why are you letting this person's behavior torture you? You're giving and giving and giving to somebody, and they're not reciprocating, that ship ain't coming in, why are you all up in your head about it? What is so confusing? Let it go. Let them go. Let the whole situation go. Because the longer you stick around this person, you're only putting your own feet to the fire. You're going to confuse yourself. You're going to get lost off your path. There's a bigger picture. There is a bigger picture. We got dual twin towers mirroring out there. Like, there's a much bigger picture energy-wise. And you holding on is going to prevent you from seeing that future because you're going to be way too distracted by the fire forming around your feet. You don't even know what's going on yet. But you holding on to something and not being real with yourself, I feel like it's all going to burn up in your face. You're not going to be confused very long. I'm just getting that real clear. So if this is resonating with you, and you're in an empty, shallow relationship, get real with yourself. They are not the one. They ain't going to be the one. Let them go and move on. Let them go and move on. Don't put yourself in that energy. Card above all other cards for our Capricorns. Here we go. Yeah. I let go of the shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. See yourself for the first time with eyes of love. And forgive whoever it is from your past and let them go because you're seeing them as a wounded child. They have their problems and you can't fix them. Let it go. You're not going to change them. You're not going to make them see. If you're not clicking, you're not clicking. That was a lesson for you. It was a karmic lesson for you. When energy is one-sided, when the connection is one-sided, it's karmic. Learn from it. And then don't judge yourself or be hard on yourself for it. We all end up in situations where we do shit like that. We're human. So don't fucking beat yourself up for it. Just use your fucking third eye, right? Learn the lesson. See the bigger picture. Learn the lesson and let it go. Let it go. Don't hold on to it. It's not a mistake if you learned. It's a mistake if you didn't learn and you do it again. So give yourself credit for learning this time. Okay, Capricorn. So with that said, guys, I hope that these readings gave you some no sugarcoating, straight up tarot truth, insight, advice, whatever it is that can help you out with your journeys. Until next time, love each other and yourselves. Bye.